This is a show we've been coming to for quite some years now, and we always get a good reception. It's a perfect platform for our equipment, and it's also great to get involved and catch up with everyone in the week ahead. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you too, and you've obviously got one of the largest bits of kit on your stand here, which I know that you're very keen to tell us about. But firstly, take us back a little, will you, to sort of the history of Decom engineering and where you've come from.
Yeah, no, Decom was formed actually in 2011. I have fond memories of coming down to the Bridge of Dawn at the offshore Europe back then with a piece of equipment, quite a similar size to the one behind us here, but it's been quite a journey. A family-run business at the start, focusing on offshore oil and gas equipment for the subsea decommissioning market, which led us down the path of cutting equipment as well as pipe coating removal. From then, sort of the last 5-6 years, we've really developed our product range and service offering, particularly in the North Sea market, but further afield. And it's brought us to where we are today, where we're one of many fantastic companies out there which supply state-of-the-art subsea cutting equipment, many of which we work closely with to execute offshore projects globally. Yeah.
I mean, companies like you have to be very, very responsive, because this is an ever-evolving, ever-changing energy scene, isn't it?
Yeah, look, and the responsiveness is something we thrive on. So whether it be R&D in our equipment, changing our equipment design to fit a particular project, whether it's the firefighting projects that come in last minute where a client has an immediate need, and you try and position yourself as a business, so you manufacture the kit and put it in key geographical locations so that you can respond quicker to the nature of the industry. But that's part of the excitement, it's part of the things that we, as engineers, as business people, we enjoy, and we enjoy executing. So it's all part of the fun, and you've got to embrace it and embrace the change and the challenge. So we're all up for that.
Well, I know you want to tell me about the chop saw, because it's already getting attention here at Expo. So tell me what you've got here. Yeah,
look, this is a part of a long pathway of engineering, design, and a lot of headaches along the way, but we've now come up with a product which we feel services a nice space within the subsea decommissioning market. Our 24-inch chop saw goes from 2 inches up to 24 inches. It uses tungsten carbide steel tip blades, which allows versatility subsea. So you can go from cutting a steel tubular pipeline with concrete coating, and the next cut you can go to cut umbilicals or high tension mooring chain, and it just gives the operators and the ROVs, pilots, a little bit of flexibility in their subsea operations. We've got a fantastic proven track record, over 6,000 cuts globally, and that's across 8 24-inch saws that we have, 3 smaller 12-inch units. And last year we commissioned the design and fabrication of a 46-inch chop saw, which was offshore in the North Sea last summer, as well as over the Christmas period there on the Shell Brent Charlie platforms.
Okay, that's obviously a very well-known project. But name some of the other projects in geographical areas where the equipment's been used.
Yeah, we had a 24-inch chop saw last year in Mauritania for Petronas. We've done a lot of work in Australia waters recently. So last year we took the punt in going to the AOG show in Perth, and on the back of that we won 3 to 4 projects in the Bass Strait with ExxonMobil, Technip and Woodside. Most of our work we do in rod pipeline decommissioning is in the Gulf of Thailand, so Chevron, PTTEP. So there alone we have several pieces of equipment all year round. We have guys that service it and provide that feedback to us so we can be better. But ultimately, we're in the water every day of the week there, and it's something we thrive on. But there's a couple of projects, and we've got a couple of exciting projects coming up as well, particularly in the North Sea. But you'll see that in good time.
I mean, those are big names you're mentioning there, big operating companies. From the company is now 13 years old. It's still relatively young.
Yeah, and I think the growth of Decom has particularly been seen in the last 3 years. So we're even younger in the subsea space. I think what I've seen and what we've seen as a company is that the operators are very receptive to new equipment. And what you got to do is you got to exhibit, you got to get to know them, you got to understand their pain points, and then you've got to bring them out and show them the equipment working. So we're actually running an open day next week at our new facility in Aberdeen on the 29th of February, where we're going to bring operators and show them all kinds of material being cut. I don't know if it's your cup of tea, but you're very welcome to come along. And that's when you can really engage. And then the project engineers can see opportunities. And of course, there's a relationship piece there too, which is part and parcel why Subsea Expo exists. But yeah, look, we thrive on that too. We really want to challenge ourselves. We always invest in our equipment and our people. We thrive to have state-of-the-art equipment everywhere in the world. we never not complete a cut. So that's one of the things we're very proud of. No matter what the circumstances are, we will always achieve what we've set out to achieve. Albeit sometimes it's not the prettiest, but you always provide your service, and part and parcel to that is making sure your equipment stands up to the requirements of the project. Yeah.
Well, your energy and enthusiasm is infectious. It's great to have you here at Expo. Thank you.
Very much. Appreciate it. Cheers.